Hey, what's up? This is Ian, and we're doing a little DIY healing here with our own blood and some other things. So this looks a little strange, probably. Check this out. So what I just did is, what did I do? So I just withdrew my own blood. Check this out. It's a little. Can you see that? All right. I can't see. So I just withdrew blood from my arm. This is the about second successful time I've done it. I've tried it 4 times, but this is the second successful time that I did it. I did about. I withdrew almost 5 milliliters of blood. And over here, we're cooking some sweet potatoes, and that's daikon. Daikon's really good in a soup. You boil it up. We could probably turn that off, actually. Boil that up, and it's really good. So anyway, so what we did a couple things. Actually, before we took the blood, this is BPC 157. My fingernails are really long. Sorry, I need to cut those. As you see, I haven't been doing judo. That's why I let them probably grow, or BJJ. So, first thing we did, we withdrew about maybe about 450 milligrams of BPC into this, and then we put this into our arm. Now, doing this by yourself is like very difficult, not recommended. They have this thing called butterfly needle. That would work way easier. Otherwise, like, you're doing this with with one hand, trying to open this up, and it's not meant to do that, really. I mean, you take matters in your own hands sometimes, so that's why I'm doing this, is because I want to heal my knee and some other injuries. So what we did, here, 1 second, hold on. Okay, good to go. What we did, we didn't actually do it here, but basically, so I've got in your knee, this is my knee, get a close up here. You've got like bone. You got like bone, like right here. It's kind of hard. Can you see? I don't know how well you can see. You get a bone here. You've got patella tendon here, and you've got bone here, and then also right above the bone, you've got meniscus. So you don't want to go too low. So basically, you want to kind of go in the center of this area to inject in your G. First of all, I'm no pro. I just learned how to do this myself online. So, and yeah, that's okay. We also did one in this one. So I have a torn meniscus in this one, or it's getting better, I think. It's been 2 months. I've been using BPC, and sometimes I'll inject BPC around here too. I don't like go in the joint, but just under the skin nearby. I wanted to go into the joint though, because that's where it is, and there's no. I mean, there's like a I don't know, like a knee capsule. So you gotta look this up. So I'm not like advising you to do this, but sometimes you just want to heal yourself and you don't want to pay a doctor. Oh, and we did one other shot. We did one other one in my shoulder over here. I injured that probably like 3 months ago, and it's just like doesn't seem to want to get better. I've been using the BPC a little bit of green tea there. That's good for you too. Anti-inflammatory, and epicatechins in there, catechins, phenols, all kinds of good stuff. So we've been using this daily, a few times a day. I've been injecting this stuff. I think it's probably helping. As far as the blood, I've done two blood shots in my knee. One probably 3 or 4 weeks ago, and now, like, I got interested in this. You can do this while I'm here. While I do this, I'll show you something else. There's a problem I learned. Let me see. So I made this. You can make a centrifuge. You want to do PRP, you can make a centrifuge with a few different things. This is a Dremel tool. I was going to do it. I made this. It works, but this is a bit, and I can put, you need to balance it, so you have one syringe on each side. But my down transformer broke, which is like an appliance to connect the USA. I'm in Japan, so this is the USA appliance. You need a tool, and mine broke, so I couldn't do it. There's another problem too. I've learned in the few times that I've tried this, blood coagulates really fast. So what would happen if you put it just in this without anything? Not very long, like it's gonna coagulate, and then it'll get stuck, and you won't be able to get the blood out. So you got to kind of move fast. Also, I thought there's a teeny weeny bit. This is like 1%. 1% of this is ethanol alcohol in it. 1%, and then part water, and then the BPC. So I thought maybe the alcohol might have some slight effect, because I tried this the other day. I tried this again, and the blood coagulated in the syringe, and I couldn't get it out. So I knew I had to work faster. Last time I was, another way you could use make a centrifuge. I thought you could do it with a fan. You'd have to like flip it on its side, and you'd have to make something, but you could do it with a fan because it spins. Drill bit. You just look up DIY syringe. So if you really want to go PRP, then you can do that. Hi, I'm just saying hi again. The light's really bright, so yeah, whatever. You can do DIY PRP, but I just did blood because it's easier, and blood got it. I fasted all day. I pretty much fast all the time. I haven't eaten yet today. It's like 6 o'clock. I usually eat around 4, but so there's some different thoughts. Like some people do whole blood shots. It's not like as popular as PRP is, but PRP has like more concentrated like platelets in it. But I couldn't get answers on some things. I looked up like different things. Like what about like IGF-1? Is that in your white blood? Is that in your red blood cells? I couldn't find answers. So I just kind of, some of the beliefs were like, oh, your red blood cells maybe have more cytokines in it. Maybe more inflammatory markers. So I thought, well, if I'm fasting, at least there'll be less in my blood. And well, if you ever get a surgery, like a meniscus surgery or something, one thing they'll try to do if they stitch it, well, some doctors will try to do if they're going to stitch it, is they might try to make it bleed. They might try to make it bleed so it helps it heal. And part of the whole thing with a meniscus is your meniscus is not gonna, part of your meniscus won't heal because there's no blood in it. There's only blood in like a third, right? They'll tell you that if you've done that. So, and the same, I think, with like, they'll say the same thing with your ACL and stuff like that. So why not just put blood in there? Like, I don't get it. Like they do PRP, they're doing PRP for that, but why not just blood? So I looked it up, and actually they do that. Some people do that, but it's not popular. So I just decided, you know what, I'm not going to fuss. I'm just going to put blood in there. Sure, I'll have a little more whatever. I just decided, okay. So, I just want to let you know that. Again, if you ever think about doing this, it was a little scary at first, messing around with needles and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. You do what you got to do, right? And I want to heal. I want to get better, and I don't want to pay $1,000. Like a doctor is gonna do this and charge me $1,000. So if I go to a doctor to get PRP done for my knee, that's $1,000. $1,000. All right, is what he doing that different than what I just did? Well, it's going to be like PRP. It's going to be, but ultimately, I don't think it's that different. Okay, and what did I pay for this? I paid for these needles and the syringe, and yeah, BPC $100, $110 or something. Anyways, I'm gonna make some dinner and have a good one. Peace.